The transfer window is round the corner, and so is a Kylian Mbappe transfer saga. The 2018 World Cup winner has dropped a bombshell by telling his club Paris Saint-Germain that he is not going to trigger the one-year contract extension. Last year, he almost joined Real Madrid. Where will he go this season? That's what we are going to discuss in this live. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Xtra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I am joined by my sports editor Digvijay Singh Deo and by my colleague Vidur Kathuria. You know, Mbappe and Real Madrid looked like a deal done last year. But let's say he had a change of heart. But do you think it's the end of Mbappe PSG story this time?
I am not saying anything. We know how it ended last time with that announcement at the top of the stadium. So I'm just wondering what more bargaining powers does he want? Last time he effectively got control of running the club, of deciding who the manager will be, of who his teammates will be. The fact that he and Messi didn't get along was pretty obvious. Remember when Messi came to the PSG training ground after winning the World Cup? Who was missing? Kylian Mbappe. He got a guard of honor. Correct? And obviously, there are raw wounds and you can understand. But I mean, where do PSG go from here? The only one who's still sticking around is Neymar, who was the original big signing.
Yeah.
But even that, he said no to Saudi, but
Can't be 100% sure
he's going to stay.
Well.
So this project is coming apart at the seams. This is an example of a very poorly run club. When you've not run it well, you've allowed player power to dictate, which is surprising because Nasser Al Khelaifi has been sort of leading the pushback against the European Super League and all of that, right? But I'm not surprised. I'm just wondering if Real Madrid will bite. I don't think Real Madrid are buying Mbappe because it was a personal snub to Florentino Perez. Yeah. And I think there's one thing we've learned over the years, that whatever happens in the club happens, but if you have a problem with Florentino Perez, goodbye. Goodbye. Ramos, Ronaldo, everyone, one by one.
But how do you decode this move? What is he trying to achieve? Let's say Real Madrid, he doesn't go to Real Madrid. How do you see it?
Sometimes, I don't want to say this because Mbappe is one of the best players in the world. He's the face of the French football. He's the captain of France.
Yeah.
And
After Loris,
yeah. He's the captain of, France, one of the greatest teams in the world. But sometimes his behavior last year and since then, he acts like a petulant kid. And especially...
No, but what's wrong in that? Cristiano Ronaldo was acting like a petulant kid at the age of 38.
And we called him out for that.
Yeah.
And
Immature.
Mbappe, yes, very immature. Last season, he looked set to go to Real. And it wasn't really a change of heart. He was offered a lot of money.
It was a done deal. It was a done deal.
It was a done deal, and it wasn't a change of heart. I mean, he was offered, a one-of-a-kind deal in probably football history.
No, and that's also because let's just tell our viewers that the year before that, Real went in with a $200 million bid, and PSG refused to sell. So PSG were willing to let him go for free. Okay, let's come back to this. That's what he's telling them. Are you willing to let me go for free this time?
Yeah.
So Real Madrid came up with a bid to entice him, knowing that they had saved $200 million. And to be fair to Perez and that era of Champions League domination, they had not spent. They had saved the money just to buy Kylian Mbappe. And eventually they spent some money on Camavinga, on Tchouaméni and all, but it was nowhere close to $200 million, which was earmarked for Mbappe. So I don't think Real are biting. That's my take.
And there were reports in November as well, just 3 months after signing that deal, that he wanted to go again. Obviously, he's not happy at the club. He's not happy with, we were talking about Messi, he's not happy with Neymar either. They don't get along. They've had multiple run-ins in the past. I don't know, like Digvijay said, the fact that he snubbed Real Madrid last season will be fresh on their mind. And plus Real Madrid are already, he wasn't part of Real's plans for the future. They have now, set aside, they've obviously already signed Bellingham. And they have
But they still need a striker.
Yes.
Yeah, so Harry Kane's a cheaper option.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Real will still be in for Mbappe. As for PSG, they will definitely not let him go for free. Yeah. So if he's but you never know with Mbappe and PSG, like what happened last season. He could sign another extension purely because he's personally, I think that he's immature. He doesn't know exactly what he wants. And, 6 months later, we could actually be talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Having the
Yeah, you
same
know how he'll
discussion.
stay? Last time, Macron, the president of France himself, came in and
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
why are you are the pride of France, don't leave a French institution. Perhaps this is the way of telling Nasser Al-Khelaify, I want Zidane. I think this is just a tantrum, and it's high time the club call his bluff, because by encouraging Mbappe to run the club, their Champions League dream has gone off in smoke.
Yeah.
Okay? We're just seeing behind us Man City visuals. Man City have won the Champions League. Similar model, right? State of Qatar, you're owned by the state of Abu Dhabi, big money. Buy anyone you want. In case people forget, Neymar cost upwards of $200 million. And so did Mbappe. And it happened in the same transfer window, by the way. So,
I mean, yeah, and also it makes for an interesting transfer saga because Real.
okay, let's look at it. Where does he go? Who has the money? Okay, Man United has the money. If the sale goes through, which is apparently now happening this week, then there's money there. Chelsea don't have the money. Okay? Barcelona don't have the money. Real Madrid, we don't know. Because see, even if Mbappe is going, it's still 150 million.
Yeah.
Who has that amount of money? Bayern don't have that amount of money.
I think Manchester United do have that kind of money, and they are desperately in need of a centre forward / striker.
And someone who fits the United model of selling shirts.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but they will have to spend upwards of what? 120, 150 million?
Yeah, 160.
I think
that's
if
the
he's...
Okay, hang on. Let's put a price. If Kane is going for 100 million plus, then what's Mbappe's value? Even though he's got 1 year left on his deal. So Sadio Mane went for 35.
Yeah, but that's different. Mbappe is different, different animal, different beast in terms of
And the
future
age.
selling.
And
Yeah.
the age also.
Yeah.
So I think upwards of
150 million?
Yeah, but
120.
definitely.
No, I think 120, 150. Purely because he has one year left.
People
on
are
his
quoting
contract.
100 million for Declan Rice. I'm not kidding. I saw
That's-
some
that-
reports there quoting
yeah.
100 million for Declan Rice.
I think because he has 1 year left and PSG will be
Yeah, willing to, yeah.
to sell him. So I think 120, 130, that amount, which is, we're talking.
Which
as
is a
if you
base
have-
deal. I think then rising on
Yeah.
further clauses in the contract could rise
exactly.
even further. Okay. So that still takes you 150 at least.
Yeah.
I think Manchester United makes sense if he wants to play in England, which is also another thing.
But that club is run by Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah. He won't
Mbappe
be-
is not getting, he's not going to be the main man.
Yeah. He won't be able to, throw his tantrums as he has been for the past couple of years. And dressing room, culture is very different at Manchester United, especially now. We saw that how Eric Ten Hag managed the Ronaldo situation. So obviously, United have a big decision to make, and Ten Hag will be central to that decision.
And
Man City? No.
they have the money, but I don't think they would want him. Yeah. But I think
Who else? Al Ittihad? Al Hilal?
I don't.
He's not going to.
He's not going
If
there.
he goes to Saudi, then it will definitely become one of the best leagues in the world.
But that's
But it's not.
But he's not won a Champions League. He needs to win a
Yeah,
Champions
he-
League.
in the Champions. So I think basically it's Real Madrid and Manchester United, two clubs who definitely need a striker.
What about Chelsea? They have the money. And they have money because A, they're going to sell Kai Havertz. That's a significant amount of money, okay. But where's he want to come and play and not have European football for a season?
Also,
I think you then start filtering away the layers. Champions League club for sure,
For sure.
okay. Newcastle United, they have the money.
Yeah, Newcastle United.
but I don't think he will be, Newcastle United still, of course, they've reached the Champions League, but I don't think they will have the cash. But I don't think Mbappe will be willing to move to a club like Newcastle United, who've just started doing well.
Liverpool?
No Champions League football. I think that's the difference. Plus, Liverpool don't have that
The
kind of
money,
money.
yeah. Klopp always keeps screaming
we
about
back-
no money.
They
Liverpool
pulled out of
back
a
on
Bellingham
Bellingham.
deal.
I don't
No, but hang on. The problem with Real also is if you're spending 100 million on Bellingham, where's the money after that?
Real always seem to have money. That's not an issue for them. If Florentino Perez wants to go for Mbappe, he will. And I think Mbappe still Real Madrid will be his first choice because
Yeah, but I just feel that the way it happened last time, that's going to
yeah.
leave a sour taste.
So yeah, But interesting, like a lot of strikers in the market, like there's Victor Osimhen, Harry Kane, put Kylian Mbappe as well, and 2 clubs for him. So I think 2 of these guys will definitely go to either Real Madrid
So
or
see,
Manchester
Harry Kane's moving. That's also sure, right?
Harry Kane's situation, not the way he is, almost threatening the club like Mbappe is doing. Harry Kane has made it clear, like, either let me go this season or I'll
run
go
down
for
the
free
contract,
next season. So I think
That's exactly what
Yeah,
this guy is saying, right?
exactly.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
Anything you have for us? Nothing? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Big summer move. You thought that with Messi, it's over. The big transfers are over.
But if Mbappe also leaves PSG, no Messi, no Neymar, no Mbappe. I mean, what's left of that club? Like it started.
I think
as
it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
For rebuild, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing to rebuild. Start from scratch. Obviously, abandon the money, the Galactico, star culture. Go up with players who actually are proud of wearing that badge, who come through the academy system.
Probably French.
And that's what the fans want.
Yeah.
We've seen that the fans are definitely not happy with the way the club is run.
I've never seen Messi getting booed, and he got
Messi
consistently
getting
booed.
And, proper protests outside
They were
club
outside it,
headquarters.
exactly.
And even Neymar, I clearly remember 2 summers back or 3 summers back, he wanted to go back to Barcelona. So all 3 of them, like Messi's already gone, 2 of them have been pushing for moves away from the club. I'm not, if Mbappe goes, maybe Neymar wants to say, but you can't bank upon them or build your team around them for the future. And I think PSG now realize that. So now they're looking towards the future, and of course the main thing will be which manager they get. So you never know.
Yeah. The transfer window is open from tomorrow, and we'll see where it goes from then. So what do we have on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST? A new champions, first ever title.
It's happened. The Denver Nuggets have been crowned NBA champions for the first time in their 47-year history.
No, but put it in context for us. I mean, they are the top seeds. They were top seeds, expected to win, had the best record overall, along with the Bucks. So why is it big?
It's big because they were always sort of knocking on the doors in the last few seasons in the playoffs, but always seem to come up short against the big guns, say the Lakers or the Phoenix Suns. Or
So basically, Royal Challengers Bangalore.
yeah, but they won it. So yeah, and of course now we have a guy who can be considered one of the greats of the 21st century, Nikola Jokic, again leading his side to victory in a crunch game, named deserved. I think there was no contest. He is the Finals MVP, and now he can be regarded as one of the greats of the 21st. And another Serbian.
Yes,
Good month for the
good week for the Serbians. Good last 2 days.
Good week. Of course, Djokovic was supporting him, and Jokic, he got a text from Djokovic congratulating him. So yes, that on our show.
Also building up to the US Open, it's the 3rd major in golf, and it comes a week after what's happened. And it's a lot of confusion. Matt Fitzpatrick, defending champion, saying that apart from 4 people, nobody knows what this merger actually means. And also the US Senate is trying to look into this deal very closely. They're saying that how is it that entity of the Saudi Arabian government has such a big control over an American institution. So that merger, lots of ifs and buts. The fine print, we don't know what's actually happening. So that's interesting. There's a lot of football. There's Messi mania happening in Beijing. And what else?
And we're also building up to the oldest rivalry,
Oh,
and
the
most
Ashes, of
fierce
course.
rivalry in cricket, the Ashes, where Australia on the back of that World Test Championship final are they the favourites? Or
No.
with nothing, or can anyone
You
be?
can never say Australia are favourites in England,
England.
purely because I don't. When was the last time Australia won?
2001.
2001, long back.
And there have been some good Australian teams which haven't won in England.
Yeah.
2005,
Yeah.
one of the greatest.
No, that was actually a very good English team. But I'm saying even the English team at its worst, that the era of the straws and all, when they were, even Cook, when they were getting hammered 5-0, they've still managed to hold them.
Last time Australia were there, it was technically
2-2.
a moral victory for them.
Yeah.
They celebrated it as if it was a win.
Yeah, even now, they'll retain the Ashes. They're not going to win it.
But this is probably their best chance in what I would say last.
But I
10
just
years,
think that
10
we are getting
years.
carried away with the fact that Australia won the World Test Championship, but the
one-off.
form team in World Test cricket is England, last 1 year, without a doubt.
And I think India and England, two very different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that and much more on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. Thanks for tuning in.